Yeah, I always thought he was a very good player, high energy, brought a lot of juice. Seemed like he was a really intelligent football player. Obviously anybody who plays middle linebacker in the NFL has to be, a smart, tough guy. And so he always came across as being that, um, a guy who's kind of quarterback of the defense, making a lot of calls, making a lot of adjustments, getting guys lined up. Um, and very explosive player, really good athlete, um, great speed, and key and diagnose ability. Well, listen. I think each week we've gotten a little bit better. I mean, it's been an unusual season, especially I think offensively over the last 4 or 5 weeks, just because of the amount of personnel turnover with guys being injured and that kind of thing. So I feel like in a way we're just hitting our stride a little bit. Getting Michael Thomas back, I think he's going to continue to kind of get back into form. With the more reps and just kind of coming back off the injury. Emmanuel Sanders as well. Um, and obviously just the more time that we have together. So that combined with the guys that we already have and the young guys that we have that can contribute as well. I'm excited to see. I remember the catch he made, on the deep ball, just kind of backpedaling and falling into it and falling down, getting up and running for a touchdown. And then he had the throw. It was an amazing throw. I think it was a reverse pass back to Mostert. So yeah, he had an incredible game. Did a lot of stuff. He's really a great football player. All the way around. And I remember when they traded for him. Right around this time last year. And obviously knowing that we were going to be playing the Niners, they were on the schedule 4 or 5 weeks later, and just thinking to myself, man, that guy's a good player. I've always liked him, and I just enjoy watching film on him. I remember watching years of Denver film, and just him always showing up, and just being one of those guys that was so versatile and could run so many different routes, and just had a great feel for the game. And always heard a lot of good things about him. So I remember thinking to myself when San Fran got him that, man, we have to face this guy. They just got that much better. And then he signs with us this offseason, to my surprise. And so, that was a joy for me to know that I might get a chance to play with a guy like that. Well, I think if you just look at the productivity and look at, I think what people don't realize too is the stress that puts on the defense. The defense has to have a plan for when Taysom's in the game at the quarterback position, and the myriad of things that we can do. We can run read option stuff. We can do RPOs. Sometimes he's handing it off. Sometimes he's running it. Sometimes it's design quarterbacks runs. Sometimes we're throwing it. Sometimes it's short. Sometimes it's deep. I mean, we have the opportunity to do so many things when he's in the game and when he's at the quarterback position. So it's just that much more stress on a defense. And there's big play opportunities and big play ability there. I think coming off a game, like the one we just had against Tampa, where Taysom had over 100 total yards of offense, both receiving, running, and throwing. So that just becomes a great element to the offense.